Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi-original guy, aka Mr. Canning from Advanced Wars by Web. Bringing you something special today, folks, because every once in a while I make alts. I have lots of alts on Advanced Wars by Web. I won't tell you what all the alts are, but I have lots of them. So every once in a while I play on them. And this is an alt that I had a while ago that I haven't played on in a very long time. But his name is Kick Puncher. He punches with the power of kicks, folks. That's what he does. And once upon a time, I played this game. And I actually, you know what? It was one of the strangest, funniest games that I ever played. So I wanted to finally share it now that it's been probably way over a year since it's actually been completed. So, fighting a Jake, folks. Now, Jake versus Rachel. Now, this is a strange matchup because it's definitely an underpick from Jake. So I decided that at the start of this game, I was going to play strangely. Very strangely. So, without further ado, hopefully you all enjoy this strange show of Advanced Wars by Web gameplay. Might even get a little classy, folks. You never know. But hopefully you all enjoy. Without further ado, let's get started. On the first few days, folks, standard infantry builds. Because you got to get the infantry on the field. It's the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advanced Wars by Web, double base skip on your very first turn, because that's exactly what you're supposed to do. High quality plays right here, folks. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, interesting. So I build my 2 infantry. And I noticed this player built 1 infantry. So I was like, okay, interesting. Very interesting. So I double base skip. Double base skip. Because I want to try to give him a chance to catch up here. So let's see if he does. There we go. Triple infantry. There we go, folks. Priority number 3. Advanced Wars by Web. Make sure you get 3 infantry on the field out of all your bases. All the time. Now, what do I do in response to this? I build 1 infantry. Because I'm trying to keep it even, folks. That's what I'm trying to do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry over here. I think that's pretty fair. I think it's pretty fair indeed, folks. Alright, he builds 2 more infantry. Doesn't build a 3rd. Just 2 more infantry. This is a live game, by the way, folks. This was back when, before the live league actually started, when it was just like live queue. But he builds 2 infantry. So I also built 2 infantry. Gotta keep things level, folks. That's the most important thing. Alright, he builds a tank. And I'm like, interesting. Builds a tank, double base skips again. Cool. Very cool. Kind of an interesting little gambit we got going on. Very interesting indeed. So, I decided to build a medium tank. The classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web, folks. The classy medium tank. You gotta get them on the field. What is it? Number 4? Number 4 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. Maybe even number 5. Get the classy medium tanks on the field. Super important. Now, as this game progresses, so we can see, got 2 mechs on the field now. 2 mechs, perfect counter to the classy medium tank. Those mechs are gonna be just rolling in, folks. They're gonna be rolling in. They're gonna be doing tons and tons of damage. It's gonna be great. But I got 13k in the bank. Now I could buy a tank. Could buy a recon. Could buy artillery. But I buy 3 infantry. 3 infantry, folks. That's what I get. Now, it's 10 units to 11. So, the Jake player here He's going to be able to buy 3 units. He's going to be able to stay ahead in unit count. And he's got 16,000 funds. So he can actually buy the classiest unit in Advances by Web if he chooses. Which he does. Would you look at that, folks? Busts out the classiest unit in Advances by Web. What a classy fella. What a classy, enjoyable fella. It's beautiful. It's honestly a work of art, folks. It's a work of art. No soap required here. So going for a capture. 3 captures. And move the classy boy into position. And go up and begin to consider capping my airport as I build another classy medium tank, folks. Now, once again, it is Jake's turn. What is Jake going to do in response to this? He's only got 1 classy medium tank, but he's got a few tanks, or he's got 1 tank, 2 mechs on the field. Busts out the APC, and base skips again. Alright, interesting. Now, the one thing that he is doing here is he's putting a threat on an HQ capture. And we can't let that happen, folks. We don't want HQ caps to go through. So, I decided to trap this tank and continue capping the comm tower because firepower bonus is important, folks. Build a 3rd classy medium tank. Now, I think you might see where this is going. It's going somewhere. It's going places, folks. It's going places. Now, Jake fires on my capping infantry, so I'm not going to be able to get the comm tower real quick here. Jake has already captured his comm towers. Now he's got that additional firepower. So he's got an edge there, folks. He's got an edge. I join cap, and I attack the tank, eliminating the tank. 1 tank has been eliminated, and now I am putting threat of an HQ cap. Throw the classy medium tank onto the HQ and build a 4th classy medium tank. You love to see it, folks. Now, APC, boosting the mechs, and then we are greeted with the Soiled Abomination, folks. The stenchful one, the bane of medium tanks everywhere. You hate to see it, folks. Hate to see them. I've done everything in my power to not build Neo tanks anymore, folks. I used to play a lot of high funds. Now it's strictly classy business. Day 11 is upon us. The mech fires on the classy boy. And now my classy boy is trapped with 1 HP. Could potentially be destroyed with an infantry strike. But this Neo tank rushes in, attacking my capping infantry on the HQ. And now we have ourselves an issue here, folks, because Jake has busted out the battlecopter. He's busted out the air units. Now, one thing that a classy boy, despite how beautiful they look, is they do have difficulty destroying air units. So I bust out the Lucky Lass. Now, I bust out the Lucky Lass for one specific reason here, folks, so that I can attack the Soiled Abomination with a luck roll from the HQ, but don't really get a big luck roll on it, folks. Do 50% damage, which is not bad. It's not bad. Could be better. Could be worse. And this is what we got, folks. Taking out an infantry, taking out another infantry, and then moving the medium tank back for heals. Now, because I am Rachel, I'm going to be getting 3 heals instead of 2. Which is a little bit better for the old classy boys. But I bust out another one. Another classy boy, folks. This is what it's all about. Busting out as many classy boys as you possibly can. But Jake once again busts out a classy boy. Now what are we going to do? He pops the beat down. He's got no artillery on the field. So beatdown's not really going to be super effective. But he manages to attack a couple infantry and then brings some of the units forward. And I'm like, Alright. So the medium tanks go to feed, folks. I retreat the classy boy, because I don't want him to perish against this freshly purchased medium tank. That guy right there. Gotta respect it. This battlecopter is going to be very difficult to deal with though. Now, medium tank on battlecopter is about an even trade, so it is possible to deal with them, but the one thing that could happen in this matchup is he could build a bomber. Now, if he builds a bomber, I can't do anything against that. And unfortunately, somebody once upon a time decided that medium tanks cannot attack bombers for whatever reason, so I'm going to be stuck in that kind of a situation, folks. Now the battlecopter on the field, and day 14 is upon us. So go and cap 2 properties and eliminate more units, getting 2 big hits on 2 infantry. And now we have to figure out what to do against this guy. So go up and attack it with an infantry, take it down to 8, attack it with the classiest unit, take it down to 7, and then another one, taking this copter all the way down to 5. Now I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about it at all. Although with 21,000 funds, Jake will be able to bust out another battlecopter and maybe even get some more units, but pops another beatdown. Brings the copter forward. Now it is once again my turn. Cap 2 more properties, so now I'm sitting at 2,100 income, 21,000 income. Gonna be able to bust out a classy boy every single turn now. Sack the infantry into the copter, attack it with the medium tank, and attack the other copter with another medium tank. Another medium tank and 2 infantry. Now it's 16 units to 9. But the bomber has arrived, folks. Oh, now things are going to get interesting. It's like, how do you contend with a bomber when you can't attack a bomber? That is the question. That's the question that's on everybody's mind. What do I do against this? I don't know. To be honest, I'm not quite sure. I hadn't really thought that far ahead, folks. I was just having fun. I was having fun with this game, and then a bomber showed up. Now, the bomber is the classiest unit in the sky, folks. The sky classy boy. But in this case, it's going to be doing tons of damage against me. And, like, there's not really anything I can do to stop it. Second bomber. A second bomber. Would you look at it, folks? You gotta be watching out for that one. Now, he builds a second bomber, but he doesn't build any infantry. So this is a little bit curious. I go for some captures. Now, because I can't route them, because I can't attack the bombers, really there's only one way that you can possibly win a match like this, and that's really by capture. But 2 of my classy boys fall, unfortunately. And then he doesn't build any units, because he's got 17,000 funds. I cap a comm tower, I block one of the bases, then I go in for an HQ cap. Now, this HQ cap is obviously not going to work, but I also pop a covering fire. Now, as you can see, one of the covering fires hit the top corner of the map. Now, that was the one that was supposed to hit infantry, but since there's no infantry on the field, it hit nothing. But I did hit one of the bombers, and I hit it twice. So that guy's down to 4, so I don't have to worry about him too much. But there is still a very easy shot to get to the HQ. A 3rd bomber, and a beatdown. Wraps around, attacks the HQ, and then doesn't build anything else. I block the north bases with the medium tanks. Go to join cap on the HQ. But I know it's not going to work because he's got 2 bombers. He's got 2 bombers on the HQ. There's no way I can even stop that. Like I said, at this point, the only thing that we can do is win by capture. 4 bombers. If this game goes on any longer, there's going to be absolutely no way I can stop all those bombers. But I can stop the ground production, which is what I do. I block every single base with the classiest units. And it's day 20. The bombers strike the infantry, eliminating 3 of them. But now, I go to cap 3 properties. And I form the Great Wall of Medium. The Great Wall of Classy, folks, has been formed. Now there's no way for those bombers to get up north and eliminate those infantry. So at the end of the day, there is only one thing left to do. And that's to make one very classy smile and capture the last property. What a funny game, folks. What a funny game. Now, when I played this game live, I noticed that some people were talking about it in the Discord, but obviously, I don't like to reveal my ults very often, but I don't really play on Kick Puncher much anymore, and I thought this was just a really funny game, and I kind of just wanted to share it. But I end it with the triple medium tank purchase, which is the classiest purchase you can get. Now, you could actually buy a bomber, but, I mean, obviously, because of the game mode, couldn't do it. But, what a funny game. What a funny game indeed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little tiny shenanigans here. If you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and stay classy, folks. Bye-bye for now.